As the holidays come to a close, Americans woke up to a late Christmas present from Congress: $34 trillion in debt. The Department of Treasury broke the news, announcing that total public debt outstanding crossed the 34 line on actually December 29th. The milestone comes just 105 days since we broke 33 trillion way back in September. Rarely have so few been so proud to bankrupt the country so fast. Incidentally, that's an annualized pace of $3.5 trillion in additional debt, so that's far beyond the $2 trillion that they were expecting for this year. So yes, we are going exponential. The debt orgy has already hit our credit rating, with Fitch cutting its rate on federal debt last August and Moody's cutting it in November. Meanwhile, despite repeated battles over the debt ceiling, which could end the deficits in a single blow, the Uniparty keeps chugging along, racking up the trillions in your name, well, in your grandchildren's name, for everything from diversity, climate, crises, and wars in places you never heard of and probably never wanted to. So why does this matter beyond the fading prospects that any of it will be repaid? Because the last time we had a financial crisis coinciding with a recession, so the 2008 crisis, the national debt was 3 times smaller, and the government was paying just over $1 billion per day in interest. Today, in stark contrast, Washington is spending $3 billion a day on debt interest, so adding another trillion per year to the deficit. The Peterson Foundation recently calculated that in the next decade, we will spend nearly $11 trillion in interest alone. Of course, that's not even counting what new debt Washington's drunkest spenders incur for their climate, diversity, and fresh wars. So what's next? Brought to you by Unchained.com. We are rapidly approaching a debt spiral, a point of no return. Keep in mind, all of this doesn't even begin to scrape the surface of things Washington has promised and will not deliver. So unfunded benefits, which is mainly Social Security, Medicare, and gold-plated government pensions, come to at least $100 trillion on top of the 34. So that would come to more than $1 million per household in America, $1 million that Washington has promised that you will pay. For perspective, that is roughly 5 times the median household net worth in America. So in other words, Washington has promised everything you own 5 times over, and they're in the process of gunning for number 6. So how does this end? Well, historically, there's 3 ways out of a debt spiral. Massive austerity, what Argentina is currently going through right now. Number 2 is hard default, so stiffing Wall Street, or the last man standing, inflation. Given the vote-repelling power of austerity, and given Wall Street's gold-plated Rolodexes, you can guess which one they will choose. A fresh episode of the podcast just dropped. Check it out at peterstonge.com. Okay, we'll be watching. See you next time.